everyone, it's Michaela from A Peaceful Pursuit. I hope you are doing well. Today's video is going to be my 9 and 10 week pregnancy update. I'm 11 weeks yesterday. Like I said in the last video, things got kind of messed up. I was super sick. I'm feeling better. Mostly. This is going to be 9 and 10 week, so before I ramble too much at the beginning, let's get right on into it. Okay, so for week 9 of pregnancy, I feel like I have blocked some of this out of my brain. I was still really nauseous this week, and literally every type of food is disgusting. Things I was eating before, smoothies, yogurt, can't eat that anymore. Still, right now, can't eat that stuff. Week 9, I started eating like cereal, some chips. Still, I can eat fruit. I don't know, it hasn't been like, I try to make the best choices where I can. When everything is gross and you need calories, or you're super nauseous, or you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pass out, like you need to eat something. So there have been a handful of times when I would reach for some Doritos, or just, I don't know, stuff that's like not the best. That honestly, I really haven't eaten a lot of that stuff in a good 2 years. I'm holding on to the fact that like what I did before, you know, matters, and hopefully I continue to feel better, and then I can keep making better choices, because it was just like, I'm like, I can't even believe I'm eating this. And obviously it tasted good, like that stuff always tastes good. I don't know, like everything else is just disgusting. So I was eating a lot of stuff like that. I'm still kind of in that. It's not so bad. Yeah, it's so weird. Like you just think of any food, and it's not that I actually puke or anything, but I'm like, I immediately want to hurl. Like it's just disgusting. I cannot explain it. It is so weird. It's just like major aversion to almost everything. So this week, baby was the size of a grape. I'm just gonna go back on my app and kind of just tell you what it's saying. Yeah, so week 9, this was so cute. 10 tiny tooth buds are developing. The next week, the teeth start to harden and connect to the jaw. And then in your baby's heart, the 4 chambers of the heart have formed, which we heard that at the 8-week appointment. So that was fun, because then it goes on talking about that. And then week 9, it says that the placenta starts to take over, which I'm surprised it says that, because everywhere I read, it said the most common week was week 10. But anywhere from week 8 to 11. So some women start to feel like a little bit better, which has been my experience. But yeah, the whole week 9, I was still pretty sick. I was still pretty bad. And I was still spotting. I don't know. That was so stressful. That's part of why I wanted to make these videos and share them. Not only just to document them for myself, also because like there's so many symptoms that you'll look up on Google and it's like, this is bad. I don't know, it just doesn't make you feel good. Yeah, I was still spotting week 9. It was always brown. I did not have any other, like I didn't have red or pink or anything, but it was like every time I would go to the bathroom. Like, I don't know, it was really stressful to me. And I know that brown spotting can be a pregnancy symptom, because a lot of people will be like, they miss their period but they spot. And this was happening around the time of when I would have gotten, like if I wasn't pregnant, this would have been my second cycle, if that makes sense, around 8 to 9 weeks. So I don't know if it was that. I don't know if it was like leftover from implantation. I don't know if it was just cleaning house. I really don't know. My doctor just said as long as it stays brown and it's not accompanied by like significant pain or anything, that she was comfortable watching it. So that's what I told myself. And I mean, I could have gone in and gotten another ultrasound and stuff, but I didn't want another one, because we will have one at 12 weeks and I have one at 8 weeks, and I just didn't want to like bother baby that much. I don't know. I was just like, okay, God, I'm gonna trust you, because this is really stressful and it's completely out of my control. So yeah, I was still spotting that whole week, and also super tired. That seemed to kind of really hit this week for some reason. You'd think I would have been more tired before, and I was. Like, I've been going to bed early for 2 months, but I don't know, week 9, it's like I really start to feel tired. And then week 10, like I mentioned, with the placenta starting to take over, which you don't really know when that's happening, but I could like physically feel the nausea was different week 10. I think it was like Monday, Tuesday this week, so right before turning 10 weeks, and then on 10 weeks I was like, wow, like I'm getting through my work day and I'm actually feeling pretty normal. But I still would have to eat every 2 hours something small. If I ate something too much in one sitting, I felt really sick, and if I didn't eat within every 2 hours, I would feel sick. But as long as I ate something small every 2 hours, I was like, I feel pretty good. Except for after 5 p.m. It kind of depended on the day, but typically like 5:30, 6 p.m. I start to feel really gross, like no matter what I eat or don't eat. So at that point, I'm home from work, so I can just like lay on the couch. But yeah, it's gross. And then I just try to survive until I go to bed, basically. Still have pretty major food aversions, but with the eating every 2 hours, you know, I was eating more like variety of things, but still not like the healthiest things. Like I would eat chips. I don't know. I was trying to kind of do every other as best as I could. You know, I'd eat fruit and then I'd be like, okay, I can't, like now that's gross until tomorrow. So then I would like eat chips, or then I would eat some cereal. It was complete survival mode. This week, baby was the size of a kumquat. I think I'm saying that correctly. I thought that was so funny. I did not know what that was. I guess it's like a citrus fruit, I think. I mean, it's adorable. It's an adorable word, but I was just like laughing. I sent a screenshot to my husband from the app. I was like, this is so funny. And this week, I actually had my last bout of spotting the day I turned 10 weeks. So I'm 11 weeks now. Have not had any since then. Praying that I don't, because it was like almost 3 weeks, 2 days shy of 3 weeks that I had brown spotting. Every time I go to the bathroom, I'd have to wear a liner. It never like filled a liner or anything, but I would have to wear one because I don't want to ruin my underwear. I don't know. That was so stressful. And like I haven't been pregnant before, so I have nothing to compare it to. So I guess, Lord willing, if we are pregnant in the future again, after this baby, we'll see what my body does. But as of right now, I have no idea. I guess it was normal for me this time, but it was really stressful. And so I haven't had any like major cravings other than cheese. Like, and I don't even know if I'd call it a craving because it's just something that I've been able to tolerate. But it's like if we go out to eat with family or anything that my husband's eating for dinner, if it has cheese and it's like just cheese, I can probably eat it and I will like it. So it's kind of funny because my husband and I normally really both like cheese. Like we just love cheese in all forms. Every time we go to a restaurant, we always get queso. Like we just love cheese. So I'm like, this baby is obviously our baby because he or she wants cheese all the time. But I don't know that I would necessarily call it a craving because I'm not like going through my day feeling like I need cheese. It's just one thing that I'm noticing whenever I'm eating like a meal that's not a snack. It usually involves cheese in some way. So I thought that was funny. I wrote that down. And I'm also, still holds true today, getting really anxious to tell people. We have our 12-week appointment next week, and then we're gonna kind of take the rest of the week to make sure we tell everyone that we want to tell, because I don't want anyone to feel like they found out on Facebook. I just feel like that would be really icky. So we're gonna have to like think through everyone that, you know, we feel like we want to text or call or go see. We have not told my grandparents yet. I have all 4 of my grandparents still living, which is a blessing. And my husband does not. So for him, it'll just be like aunts and uncles and stuff. But we will get to tell my grandparents, so I'm excited about that. Oh yeah, and then one of my friends from high school just announced that they are expecting and they're due like right around Christmas. But she's like, I'm guessing she's like a week ahead of me. So that just made me like so antsy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I just want to tell people and like talk about it openly, because it's like, it's exciting that our family knows, and we have a couple of close friends that know now, but I just want to be able to like openly be like, yeah, and it's still not quite like that. So I'm excited, I'm nervous. I don't know. Like I've said before, I am an anxiety person, so any appointment, anything I ever have, I'm always just nervous, but I'm also really excited. So Lord willing, everything will be good next week, and I will probably be filming again in 2 weeks at 13 weeks, and I will do 11 and 12 at that point, because I think it's really nice to have 2 weeks together. Gives me a little bit more to talk about. I don't know. Then it's just not like one week at a time would feel like really slow to me for you guys. So I think I will do it that way. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in following along, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you also like homemaking, faith, lifestyle content, that's also what we do here on this channel. So I'd love to have you if you're interested in any of that. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one.